I built this entire CRM by just talking Claude Code, no template, no boilerplate. Here is exactly how. So this is what we are going to build. We are going to create a real CRM built with Claude Code. It will be a real working app with auth, a live pipeline, and a dashboard. We will implement login feature, contacts feature where we will be able to add, edit, delete, etc. And then we will add a feature about deal pipeline where we will be able to drag and drop Kanban with values. And finally, we will also implement a proper dashboard with live stats and revenue chart. And about the stack, we will be using Next.js, Prisma, Tailwind CSS, and SQLite. Let me quickly open VS Code in this folder. Okay, now I'm gonna open Claude Code within this project. Before writing my actual prompt, I will ask it to create and set up the basic Next.js application so that it can install all of the dependencies before we begin. So let's ask it, please create the Next.js app within this folder. And I will also mention please use bunx instead of npm because bunx is very fast and it can install dependencies very quickly. So let's do that. Okay, you see that within 38 seconds, the entire app was scaffolded successfully. So that was the benefit of using bunx. That's why nowadays I'm using bunx. So all of the dependencies are installed. Now let me open a new terminal so that I can start this application in my browser. And the application is started. Now open the application. So this is what it has built so far. Now base application is ready. Now we can start giving it actual prompt. Before I go further, let me tell you something. I don't want to design just a random. So for that, we should use design skill. So we should install the Anthropic's official design skill that will make sure that your design is professional. Run this command to install the front-end design skill, whether you want to install it for user scope or for a specific project, like within only for this project repository. Let's install for the user scope so that it can be available for the future projects as well. Okay, the design skill is installed. Now let's stop the Claude and start it again so that the changes can be applied. Okay, it's done. By the way, if you are installing official skills for the first time, then you might face an error where it will say that marketplace is not installed. To fix that, you may have to run this command first before installing the actual design skill. So you just need to run this command. If you run that, then your the marketplace will be added within this Claude Code instance, and then in future you can search for any official skills within this marketplace. Now we are ready to run our main prompt. So let me add this prompt. So in this prompt, I'm asking it to build the foundation of CRM web app in this Next.js project. For now, only build a clean modern SaaS dashboard layout with a sidebar. Think linear or stripe. Contacts page, list, create, edit, delete, name, email, phone, company, status. Then use Prisma with SQLite, seed 10 realistic sample contacts. Do not build deals, a dashboard or login yet. We'll add those next, one at a time. And use the front-end design skill and commit to one cohesive, trustworthy aesthetics. So here, this is the important thing. I am asking it to use this specific skill so that it can make sure the design is professional. Instead of just submitting this prompt, this is what I do in my daily work. Before starting any project, I make Claude to create a plan for us first so that we can see if Claude understood our requirements correctly. I will review the plan. If I'm satisfied, then I will execute that plan. So for that, press and hold the shift button and tab button and keep pressing tab again and again, and you will be switched to the plan mode in this way. And once you are on the plan mode, hit enter button, wait for it. It will understand the requirement and it will create a detailed plan for you. We have two questions. So here, what overall theme should the CRM use both linear and stripe lean different ways. And we have two options here. Select the stripe like design, and in the accent question, so I think I will go with indigo violet, the first one, and submit the answers. Now it will consume our answers and it will complete the plan for us. Now it is presenting that plan for the approval. So this is the entire plan. You can just read it. You should read this entire plan carefully, and if you are satisfied, then you should give it permission to execute it. Normally I spend proper time to read the complete plan thoroughly so that I don't miss anything. But as I want to keep this video short, so I will just skim it so that we can quickly see the results. And I'm sure it will still do great job. Anyways, so this is the context. There are some warnings about Next.js has breaking changes and the training data. And we have the aesthetic direction that is already logged, that what it is going to make about the design. Then we have the data model, and this is the Prisma SQLite setup, and this is about the seed, and here is the details about dashboard shell, the contacts CRUD feature. That's all. As I'm already satisfied, so I will select the first option, yes, and use the auto mode. All right, we got a summary here. The CRM foundation is built and every piece is verified end to end. And here is the complete summary. Let's test it. So this is the all code that it has produced so far. And now let's go back to the browser and look at this. The CRM is ready, and this is properly functional CRM. This is not the dummy data. This is the proper data coming from the database. We have the dashboard, the sidebar that looks like the stripe, and we have the username here, and in the contacts we have status, phone number, company, we have delete button and the edit button. And let's click on something, click on the edit button, and you see how nicely it loads the edit contact. First time if you open the edit contact, it will show the loader skeleton for a moment. Go to that edit contact, and here you can see that all of the contact details are preloaded. You can make changes. For example, in the status you can set it to active, customer, or lead, etc. So here I can make a change like test and save it, and you see that the changes were saved. Even if you reload the application, the changes will persist because these are coming from the database. You can change the status from active to lead and save it, and you see the status is also updated. Now let's quickly test the new contact. Hello world, test@gmail.com, and the phone number, company, and the notes. Let's hit create button, and the new contact is also created. So that is awesome. Now let's keep iterating and make it more interesting. So we will add all of these features that you see in the left sidebar where it says soon. So let's go back to the editor and to the Claude Code, and I will add this prompt. Now add a deal section, a drag and drop Kanban pipeline with stages: lead, contacted, proposal, won, lost. A deal value on each card. Seed 8 sample deals spread across the stages. So hit enter and see what happens. So this section, this menu item will be enabled very soon once it completes the feature. All right, it's done. Here is the summary. It says the deals Kanban is built and verified end to end. So if here is the details, what was added, and look at this. It just created the deals Kanban, and it looks really interesting and useful. Here we have the open pipeline, won, and we have these columns: lead, contracted, proposal, won, and lost. You can easily drag and drop anything. Look at this. How lovely is this? You can drag and drop it anywhere, and you can add, and look at that on the top numbers. if you drag and drop, these numbers are being updated in the real time. So if you move them, you will see the numbers are being updated. So this data is actually real. It is updating everything in the database, not just visually. So let me show you in the network tab. Let me move it to the bottom, and in the network, let me move it here. So you see that for every drag and drop, it makes a network call. So you can see that it made a network call here, a post request to this endpoint, and got a reply. You can keep dragging. For every drag and drop, it will persist all of the changes. So that is really amazing. Now let's move on to the next iteration. Now we will add the dashboard section that will be accessible from the left sidebar. So go back to the Claude Code and let's add this prompt. Now add a dashboard as the home page, total, where we will show the total contacts, deals grouped by stage, total pipeline value, and revenue by month chart. Let me submit that. All right, it understood the requirements. Now it is gonna build the dashboard. And here is our summary that everything is built and verified. Lint is clean. Dashboard at home page is now redirecting to the dashboard. So now it's time to test it. So let's go back and click on the dashboard button and look at the dashboard. It looks amazing and all this data is real. Let me prove that. So for example, I will duplicate this tab so that I can go to the deals, make some changes. So for example, currently in Vaughan, we have 208, we have 208,000 that you can see here. Okay. Now I will make some changes. I will move them in the lost, and you see that the numbers are being updated in real time. And now in Vaughan category, we should see the 143K on the dashboard. So let's go back to the dashboard and let me reload it. Currently you see this old value. If I reload it, you will see that all of the values are updated. So this is really nice. If all of the cards are also linked. If you click on the contacts, it will take you to the contacts page. If you click on the open deals, it will take you to the deals section, etc. So everything looks perfect. Let me quickly test the responsiveness as well. So for that, let's open the inspect element and let's move it to the right side and click on this button. And you see that it looks perfect in the mobile view as well, but there is just one problem. So let's ask Claude Code to fix that really quick. In the mobile view, I can't access the sidebar. Please fix it. Other than that, everything looks perfect and very responsive to any screen size. You see that when I increase the size, the sidebar appears automatically. And if you click on this, it will take you to the context page that is fully dynamic and looks perfect in the mobile view. Potential errors, but it is already visible and working in my browser. You see that left sidebar is opening. If you just click on those hamburger icon, then it will show the sidebar in this way, and everything is still fully responsive and looks great. That's perfect. Now after that, one final thing that I will implement, that is the login feature. Let it complete first and then I will add my final prompt to create the authentication and login feature so that only authorized users can access the dashboard. Otherwise, our data is currently visible to public. Alright, the sidebar is properly implemented in the mobile view. Now let's add this prompt where I'm asking finally add a simple username and password login that protects the whole app. Seed one demo user with the username admin and password should be admin123. No sign up, no roles, no password reset. Keep auth minimal. So hit enter. Alright, it's done. And here's a summary that what it just achieved. So let's go to the application and test the login. So here, copy the username and password, paste the password here and click on the sign in. And you see that it worked in the first attempt without any issue, and we have the real username here on the bottom left and the real initials, and we have the logout button as well. And by the way, let me just test if the routes are properly protected. So I will just log out and let's try to access the protected routes manually, and you see it will not allow us to access the protected route. So that's when everything is working perfectly fine. Let's log in it again. We are in the dashboard again. So everything is working perfectly fine. That's all I wanted to implement in this video. So we have built everything from login to logout, and every feature is working perfectly. The dashboard shows everything, the real data, the real graphs, the real charts, everything, and the contacts. You can edit any contact, you can delete any contact like this, and you can create a new contact like we did before. You can add a number, company, status, etc. You see that, and then you can go to the deals section to see everything. Here you can drag and drop things, and everything looks very professional and very smooth. That's all I wanted to show you in this video. I will provide the complete code URL in the description below. You can get the GitHub repository link from there. If you think I provided you some value, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the bell icon to get notified for my other upcoming such videos, and also please like and share my video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.